Over the past 2 decades, the digital revolution has changed the way we work and play, almost beyond recognition. Learn more next.
In 1938, Charles Wheatston's research demonstrated that the two-dimensional images seen by each eye is processed by the brain into one single object of 3 dimensions.
Charles Wheatstone worked on this concept of stereoscopic imagery. You have 2 images, one is altered a bit slightly, kind of in the distance of your eye, would imagine taking 2 pictures. And if you were to view that, you would see a 3D image of the picture that you took. This concept later became the ViewMaster and what we currently see today with virtual reality. Virtual reality is the concept of having these 2 lenses make you think that you're in a different reality compared to where you are. But this concept can actually help a lot in just this greater benefit of humanity of potentially helping people understand the circumstances of others, or for instance, what I like to be using it for, which is healthcare purposes, is helping people recover much faster through the use of VR.
The virtual reality space has experienced slower adoption than expected. This is due to a number of factors.
I think one of the biggest things that VR is facing right now in terms of problems with the adoption and why it's kind of slowly coming on is 2 factors. One being the price. At the start of this year, a VR headset costs about $800, which isn't a normal price range for people, as well as the ease of use. VR headsets right now require high-end gaming computers, which again is something that most people don't have in their home. So we're still developing the ability to use it. Even today, live streaming videos in VR is extremely difficult. The bandwidth to do it really isn't there at the level it needs to be. So that's another thing that needs to continue developing to help VR reach where it actually needs to go.
As a dedicated platform that enables users to stream real-life experiences in 360 video, Spective VR is creating a more layman-friendly use case for virtual reality.
Spective Virtual Reality is a platform for streaming virtual reality experiences. It basically makes it possible for anyone, anywhere with a 360 camera to record and upload their virtual reality experiences so the rest of the world can experience them from home. With their virtual reality headsets, whether that be a really nice Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, or even just a simple mobile headset, it makes it where people can now really experience the perspective of others through virtual reality technology.
What's unique about Spective is several things. What we want to do is enable users to upload their own content. This actually creates an environment and a community for people to have motivation for creating 360 VR content that's very engaging. That way they can get a following. We have content creators that create scary videos or different droid videos of, up in the air where you can see nature. We're trying to bring all of those content creators together so it's just one platform instead of kind of spread out throughout the web.
Through its signal token protocol, Spective's blockchain solution directly connects advertisers with content publishers, viewers, and curators.
There are several different kinds of organizations in the world, and a lot of those organizations operate in a centralized way. So take, for example, Uber. You can be a driver for Uber, and people pay you for your service to take you from one place to the next, but ultimately their payment goes to the Uber organization, and they then administrate your income. It's a centralized organization that has all the control and influence over how transactions are executed. So one of the biggest values of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology is that we are decentralizing all of these processes. One example of that is what we're doing with the signal token protocol, where we are decentralizing advertising. Right now, if an advertiser wants to run an ad campaign on YouTube, for example, they have to go through Google and YouTube, who charge huge fees, and then money eventually goes to the person who created the video. So we're here to basically decentralize that process. So now advertisers can directly engage with the content producers. This is huge. Using cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology to basically cut out advertising middlemen, we're now able to allow advertisers to directly interact with the individuals who drive attention to their ads, which includes content publishers, meaning the ones who create content viewers, people who view content, they're naturally the ones who are providing the attention, and then content curators, meaning people who share content. The signal token protocol, using blockchain and cryptocurrency technology, is enabling advertisers to directly reward all these individuals who are really the kind of driving force of attention.
In the future, The virtual reality space will see far more applications beyond PC gaming content.
I see the future of VR becoming something that is in everybody's homes. I think it's going to be a mainstream staple that people enjoy in the same way that they enjoy the internet or they enjoy, their mobile phone. I really think that the core future of VR is going to be affecting pretty much every industry and sector imaginable. For example, you're already hearing stories of medical students who need to perform and practice surgeries where it's not always easy to do that or accessible. You're seeing them being able to, in the classroom or from their room, do surgeries. But also you're seeing cases of the oil and gas industry implementing VR applications where instead of flying people to offshore rigs and having the dangers of having somebody who's new to the industry working on a rig to learn, they're doing teaching instructions in VR headsets. And another area where you're seeing this being used is in the aerospace industry. So now with VR, you can put on a headset and you'll be able to experience things exactly as you do in the real world without all of the dangers of being in that environment.
A lot of what makes people excited about virtual reality is how it can connect people. And at Spective VR, with what we're doing with our platform, that's really the focus, especially as we get into live virtual reality streaming, where some big event or something of note could be happening somewhere else in the world and others can check in through virtual reality and effectively be there in that person's shoes. I think it's going to do a lot for how we all connect and really interact with each other. So we're really excited for the future and to see where these next few years go.